my new fucking haircut. Welcome. Just came from the barber shop. Feeling good. As promised, it's gonna be a back day. Hopefully this is, nope. Okay, welcome. Gonna be a back day as promised. And I was gonna use my little mag grip for these seated cable rows, but someone took it, you know, like probably a second before I did. They went for it, so I was like, you know what? I'll do single arm. So I'm gonna do some single arm, see how it feels, and yeah, we'll go from there. Probably gonna do a decent amount of rows. I might actually focus more biceps today, just because last time I did that, I had fun. So, you know, if you're not having fun, why are you doing it? So. Oh. Oh. So if you notice on that, I'm trying to keep it, I don't want this cable to be coming up at an angle. I want it to be coming out as straight as possible because I can engage more in my lat. And I keep fucking with this goddamn mic, but I want I wanted to keep it as straight as possible to engage as much of my lats as I can. The more angle you create, like upward, then now you're working more of your upper back, and I'm not trying to do that, at least with this exercise. Okay, we can go up and wait. I really just wanted to get a feel for it, but that is feeling fucking ripe. So this is gonna be a good one. I might fly away. Okay, we just went up, only doing 77 pounds. But again, what's important is the contraction. And like I did with the lat pull downs the other day, you might notice me come out about halfway and then squeeze again, just to really drill in that mind-muscle connection. So I want to reinforce that. Oh. Woo. I was recruiting a little bit more bicep with that one, which is not exactly what I want, but we'll at least do the other side. I might stay at this weight or bump it back down, just because I do feel like the connection was a little bit better with a lighter weight. Yeah, this side can't do as much. So I am gonna bump it back down. And I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna bump it down and just really give that focus on that muscle. And this is the first exercise, so if I can pump this up, all the following ones is gonna be easier. Moderate amount of people here at noon. So I don't think that we should have much trouble getting the equipment that we want. But who knows? And that will probably dictate what I do, because I don't want to wait for shit if I don't have to. And almost always I don't have to, because I just want, I'll do something else instead. As long as I'm working the muscle I want to work, I couldn't really give two shits how I do it. I have preferential movements, of course, but you got to be adaptable. All right. Oh. Man, that's hitting right in the fucking back. Right, lower lats. Jesus. All right, so I don't know what it's called, but this came available. So we're gonna do this for maybe 1 or 2 sets, and then we're gonna move on to something else. This is what I originally wanted. Lies, I wanted the mag grip, but I felt like doing this with both arms. So I got a little bit of activation on each arm or each side, and now I'm gonna use both sides together. Though the same idea applies. All right, yeah, we'll do one more like that, and then we're gonna move on. In other news, my knee is feeling much better than it has been in the past couple days. My hip adductor is still pretty tender, but at least I don't have to deal with the knee as much now too. So hopefully soon we can start incorporating some more leg work back in. And sometimes what I like to do is flip this thing upside down, because sometimes I get a better contraction that way. All right, let's move on. Okay, I wanted, oh God, I wanted to do pull downs, but all of the stations are taken. So I don't know what's going on. So we're gonna do this high row. I just left the weight on there. We'll see how this feels. Yep, I can already tell that's gonna be too late. So let's just go ahead and change that. All right, we throw on the 25s. Okay. Maybe we need some more. Maybe we'll do 245s because that felt good, but it wasn't really fatiguing enough. So, yeah, we're gonna put on some 45s and then see how that goes. Okay, this should be like the first working set, I'm thinking. Oh. That was still a little more than I wanted to do, but we'll go ahead and just continue with that. Focus on that contraction at the end. Maybe we'll just hold it for a second. We'll do like a paused rep to make it harder. Okay. Man, that's good. I feel like this, my lats are going to be like, I'm excited to see that later. I think the game plan is we're going to do one more of these, and then I'm going to see if a lat pull down is available with the mag grip, because I really want to do those. As you know, I've been really feeling those lately, so definitely they become a staple in the back day. Whew. All right. Okay, we can move on to something else. So it is kind of a sad day when we cannot get the grip that we're looking for. But that does not mean that we can again, we got to be adaptable. So I don't really know what this one is called. You'll see it in a second. But it's the bar with the two handles on the sides. Figure that's the next best thing, because I did that last time, and though it wasn't the same, it didn't do a bad job. So let's just get into it. I don't have that. I'm only at 99, but I just want to feel it. I want to get that feeling locked in. Hopefully, this fucking mic, I swear to God. Okay, it is a little bit harder to get that connection, but we're just gonna roll with it. Unless this guy's done using that grip. Okay, we increased the weight. I'm thinking that might change things a little bit, because now I gotta fight against more. So, we're at 121. Okay, that went a little bit better. This does use more biceps, which I'm not totally a fan of, but it's fine. We're gonna hit them anyway. I think I might do those preacher curls again. Something happened with her, I don't know. Yeah, so I might increase, I'm gonna increase the weight one more, and probably do our working sets with this. All right. Whew. Let's go. Oh. Whew. All right. 2 more of those, we move on. We got our back, boys. You know what? Sometimes when that happens, you realize you really didn't want it that much. I don't think that'll be the case with this thing, but with some of the relationships in our life, we think we know what we want, but we absolutely do not. So, all right. Now that we've got the grip we were originally looking for. Woo. Yeah. Ugh. Woo! All right, one more, and then we move on. So really quick, and I'm pretty sure I probably said this before in a previous video, but you can do the same exercise, be at the same machine or same station. Try different grips. They have these different grips and they target your muscles differently. You can get so much, like, I think it's just, I don't want to say ignorant, but it kind of is a little bit of ignorance to think that a machine or a station is so one-dimensional. You can make something multi-dimensional just through experimentation. And yeah, you don't even know what's possible unless you try. So just have fun, figure shit out, play around. Don't worry about doing something wrong or incorrectly. If someone's saying, oh, they're doing it wrong, they're not you, they're not feeling the contractions that you're getting. How the fuck do they know? I mean, you can't be doing something wrong, but like, main point is don't really worry about the judgment of others. Because people are gonna think whatever the fuck they want. You can't really control that, and it's really not your job to. You're at the gym for you. Play around, have fun. All right. Whew. Last one. Big hold at the end. Okay. Woo. God status if I make this. Oh my fucking God, and it was recorded. Alright, this isn't the same one that we used before, but I did like a rep at, what, fucking 40 pounds? And it felt pretty good. So I moved it up to 50, and we're gonna see how this feels. But I can get a really good contraction with my inner bicep, which is what's going to give you the peaks. Ooh, ooh, that was pretty good. I know I say that a lot, but hey, I can't help it. Ooh. I never used to do this, but I started doing these the last time that I did back and did the biceps focus. That was Christmas Eve. So far, I am a fan. Yeah, I really get that feeling at the peak. So we might throw these in the rotation more normally or consistently. Okay, same weight. Do one or two more sets of that. I might bump the weight up one because I'm kind of at the top of the rep range. So I really like being at like that around 6. So once you if you're gonna do 6 to 8, you do a weight. Once you get closer to 8, You get 8. If you can get 8 consistently, and then it starts going high. Like once you start getting 8 consistently, move up in weight until you're back down. Now you only get 6, maybe 7, and then you just keep going up to like once you get that weight up to like 8 consistent. Boom, next weight, and you keep just building, little at a time. Woo. Okay. I don't know. Did I bump it up? Let's see if I bumped it up. If I didn't, I can't remember. But if I didn't bump it up, then I should be able to get 8. And if I can get 8, then we'll bump it up for the last set. Okay, I couldn't get that last one all the way, so that tells me I'm at a good weight. So watch, I'll up the weight for this, but now I'm thinking 6 might be like my top end. So we will see. Okay. All right, see? That, I couldn't even really get 6. So that tells me that if I do this again, 70 pounds should be like my working weight. Well, maybe between 60 and 70, so I can use like, maybe do a little bit more 60 until I can get 70 6 times all the way consistently. Or at least basically 6, can't get 7. If I can get at least 6, then we stay there. Okay, so this is like another high row, but I'm gonna do something different. I'm sitting off to the side, and I'm just gonna pull it in, so the motion's gonna be like that. And this will work some lat, but also my teres, which is gonna be like your upper portion right here, which can give you some more width at the top. So I used to do these pretty often, and then I stopped. I'm not really sure why. I think I wanted to focus more on the like lats specifically, but for that V taper, if you're trying to get that, this will help with that, like with your shoulders and you know, creating that wide base at the top. And this is just getting the feel, because that was not enough weight. But now you can see it from the other side. So, and all I'm doing is just squeezing it in. All right, so let's add more weight and we'll do another set of this. I'm thinking I'll add 25s, and that should bring me down to, I'm thinking closer to 10. I might have to add more weight, but yeah, let's see. Okay, we're gonna start. This should be a working set. So. Okay, let's even it out, but I think we're just gonna put a probably a 35 on, just because it is good. My form is starting. Well, I'm starting to break down close to that range, that like around 10 or 8 to 10. I'm thinking an extra 10 pounds will do it. So, but let's see. This should be my weaker side. Yeah, 35. That hand motion was supposed to be 35. Okay, now we got the 35s on. Fucking mic, I swear to God. Yeah, this is much better, because see, I'm like, I can't really even get a full contraction at 7, but 6 wasn't too bad. So I'm surprised my right side is having more trouble than my left. And I wasn't even really talking to the mic, but yeah. Well, let's do another one of those. All right. Another set. It's probably the last one. We'll move on to something else. Maybe something, I'm thinking bicep related. My groin. Fuck. Okay. Man, I'm surprised. Left side's coming in clutch. Okay, let's move on. Side note, I'm listening to what they have on here. What the fuck happened to Twista? That dude rapped so fast. He just kind of disappeared. I forgot about him. So we're gonna try, I have like a little easy curl bar. We're gonna try the 70-pound one, and again, shooting 6 to 8. See how many we can get, and then we'll probably do the little forearm thing that I like to form, like reverse grip curls. But if I cannot do at least 6, then we gotta use a lighter weight. So, whew. Okay, that's fine. We'll stick with this. There is no 75, and 80 would be too much. So I think 80 I could probably get maybe 4 or 5, but I couldn't be all the way. And you can go like with curls. Like I'm happy right here. Like, cause my elbows come forward a little bit. I try to not like have this big like sway, but past a certain point, a lot of the tension is off of your biceps. Like that last part, all the stress is in the start of the movement up until like about here. When it's straight out, that's when it's gonna be the toughest. So I like to stay in the range where it's going to be the most difficult instead of like worrying about coming all the way up to here, which, I mean, you can get a peak contraction there, but I just find, you know what, you want to do that, go ahead. This is what I do, and this has been working for me. So, and I think it makes sense. But it's your workout, not mine. Okay. Whew. Okay. Wow. Woo. See, even just that, I mean, it feels good. My arms feel like, my biceps feel full. Woo. So I saw a sign, or I see a sign, and part of the sign, it's like a caution thing. It says, in order to provide an atmosphere which maximizes results, no horseplay or language which is vulgar or loud will be permitted. You know what I say to that, Crunch Tampa Palms? We out here. Okay, let's get this set taken care of. Whew. Ugh. Damn. Okay. That's enough fun with that. Now I'm going to grab a lighter weight to do the reverse grips. Ooh. Okay, let's start on these reverse grip curls. Whoop. This fucking mic. Ooh. Okay. So I'm probably going to grab the 60 if it's available, because I could go too high with that. So I'm thinking maybe 3 sets at 60 pounds, and we can move on. But I feel like we're nearing the end of this. I've been here for a little bit now, so the 60s were taken. So I'm just gonna go fuck myself, and I'll use the 70. Don't know if I'll be able to get 6, but hey, we're gonna fuck around and find out. Okay, almost. So it's not too bad. Probably the ideal weight for me to work with would be the 65, but it does not exist. So at least here. I mean, they have the free one. I can put that weight on there. Too much work. I'll just mess with this. But I guess thank you, because had it not been taken, I wouldn't have done the 70s. And this is going to provide more of a stimulus than that 60 or the 60-pound one would. I think we're going to finish off with a set of pull-ups, or some pull-ups and like pull-up, and then when I fail, some hanging leg raise, and then we're done. I think that's good. So that way I can get a little bit more back stimulus, more bicep stimulus, and play around with my abs a little bit. So I think that's the plan. That sounds pretty solid. So I'm gonna rest for about another 45 seconds, but then we'll get into it. I was just thinking about this. It's so wild that like how I even make these videos. Because I remember this time about a year ago, like my friend took a video of me doing pull downs with, I think it's like the V handle. And I was like, wow, that looked cool. But it was like the wildest concept. Like the fact that I would be doing this was insane. So it just goes to show what happens when you push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You know, who could you be if you just push yourself outside of your comfort zone? If something scares the fuck out of you, you probably should do it. Unless it's like, oh, jump off of the bridge or drink bleach, some shit like that. Don't do that. But, you know, if you want something, but you're nervous, or if the first thing that comes to mind is all the reasons why you can't, well, you know what? Why don't you become somewhat of a scientist and put that to the test? You never know what could happen. Okay, one more, and then we go to the pull-up area. But it's looking like it's getting kind of populated over there, so we gotta hurry it up. So I'm gonna do a short rest, just get back into it, and then head on over there. All right. Okay, we can be done. And I'm glad, because after doing bicep curls, that was getting pretty repetitive. So, okay, we have made it over here, and we were able to get the bar. So, I don't know how many I'll be able to do, especially after doing all those other exercises, but that don't matter. It does, but it doesn't. It was getting a little hard to hold on to, but that is a-okay. Whew. Oh. Okay. Ooh, starting to slip, but to be expected after doing this at the end. But we'll do that one more time. We're gonna head on out of here. Ooh, I need a shower. Get ready for work, which we're gonna jam out some music, get some protein in us, and we're gonna have a good ass day. So far, it's been pretty good. So don't have a ton planned, but it's now time for the body to do its work and fuel and replenish and grow. So yeah, so like one thing I'll tell you, like if you're not at least, I work at a supplement place, but I'm not super big on supplements. I think a lot of them are kind of unnecessary with data that's meh. But I will say protein, anybody can benefit from. You know, if you're trying to grow or even cut and preserve muscle and you're not getting in enough protein, you're working against yourself. You know, every cell in your body uses protein to function. So by not getting it enough, you're kind of doing yourself and your body a disservice. And it's going to make achieving those goals much harder than if you were to just, get your protein for the day. We don't get enough protein. We get in the standard, I live in the U.S., but in the standard U.S. diet, we get plenty of carbs and fats, but not a ton of protein. So make sure you're getting that. If you have a plate of food, have the protein be first. And if you're gonna overeat on anything, have it be protein. All right, last set. Whew. Ooh. Oh man, that's not happening. All right, let's give my hands a break. Real quick. Hands and forearms. All right. Okay, now we're slipping. All right, so that is our cue. That is time to go. We're gonna head next door, see what we've done, and yeah, that'll be it. So, poof. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but we have the mic kind of balancing up here. But yeah, let's see. That's nice and wide. I like it so far. It's backed up a little bit. This side's a little dark. It's coming kind of light, but. I'm liking the taper. I like it. See that? Juicy boy right there. I'm a fan of that. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, this is still super hard one for me to do. I'm sure once I lose more body fat, it'll look better. But yeah, at least I can see it this way. Maybe if I come back. Ooh. That is tiring. So, yeah, practice. Gotta practice more of that, but not bad if I do say so myself. And since I'm the only one speaking, I did say so myself. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm certainly pleased with that. It's kind of hard to notice, like, at least for me, your own development. So keep that in mind. Like, if you're starting, like, you will notice things, but if you expect to notice shit right away, you're kind of setting yourself up for disappointment, because that's just not how things work. So normally other people are the first to notice changes when you start working out. So my biggest piece of advice is just trust the process. Trust that what you're doing is working. As long as, like, you're doing the right things, you're exercising, you're pushing yourself, you know, you're hitting your protein goal, you gotta have blind faith. Even, you know, I'll say, like, with life, blind faith. Some people say it's ignorant. Other people might say it's hope. You know, what kind of world do you want to live in? I'd rather live in the one where we have hope and, like, blind faith that, hey, shit's gonna work out. We're making progress. Because that's gonna keep you going. If you're super cynical or you're, like, constantly looking for the negatives, bro, that's gonna make you fucking miserable. I used to be that way. Wasn't happy. I'm a much happier person, just kind of having that hope and that belief and that blind faith that, hey, shit's gonna be okay, and there is merit to what we're doing. Because, you know, it's not, you can go to the gym one day for 6 hours. Is that going to yield results? Probably not. But if you go every day and this is going to be way more than 6 hours, but the idea is, like, if you went every day, or even 3 days a week if you don't go at all, for an hour, that's going to be much better than one super long workout. So it's really, the key is the consistency. And I know that is very cliche, but there is some merit to some of these cliche sayings, which is why they're cliche. But enough of that. I'm going to go shower and get ready for work, and I'll be right back here in approximately an hour and a half. So thank you guys for watching, and remember, stay beautiful. Oh, and you are loved.